Of this season, they'll go up against the Chicago Bulls. 4 of those 5 starters lottery picks. That starting lineup.
And also too by the early start on that easy jump shot, the air ball.
Ibaka, right in his wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he picks up where he left off.
Pick and roll.
How about the defense on Beverly? And the second-year player White. This is the rookie Williams. Knocks it down. Called about his services after being let go from Charlotte. Levine, very gifted from above the arc overall, has struggled a little bit in the young season.
About doing stuff like that.
Okay, we'll have a little workshop after the game. This is Kobe White, gives to Williams for 3, scrapes the roof. Start for Chicago. George tries to lob it to Ibaka. And Levine, very good in the open floor.
Take guys out of their routine.
It is 1 o'clock for both teams. That's a great report, though, because everybody's routine is different.
For the Chicago Bulls, the time difference has something. Now, speaking of routine, that's a great pick and roll right there to the corner for Levine. Excellent pick and roll. I said that's what I missed.
But you said you miss it as if it was in conjunction with an early start time. That's because that's the topic that we're on. Late in the clock, Paul George going to have to create something. Gets downhill, gets into a wide open Kawhi Leonard for 3, and he knocks it in this season. Paul George attacking from the wing, driving a dish again to Leonard. This time he sidesteps his defender, misses for the first time, but Ibaka attacks is something that Ty Lue has talked repeatedly about. It's not necessarily getting shots at the iron, but drawing in the defense in the wide, deep into the paint. Late in the clock for Kennard. He gets a good look at the rim and knocks it in. Leonard comes away with his first rebound. 4:14 to play in the first quarter. George for 3.
Tough
Got
shot.
it.
Right, that's tough.
Young, good defense by Kawhi. Accosted, swivels to the rim, counted and a foul. What a tough shot by 9 to shoot for White. Back to Williams. High, arcing 3, and it goes right now for Ty Lue. Leonard driving. Nice touch pass from Kennard. George holds the finish with Atlas. Young. Plays with Paul George in Indiana. Oh, and then they flush it inside.
Denzel Valentine.
George. Oh, count the basket inside. The longest time within their offense to shoot in the NBA. White zigs and zags his way down the lane. Not this time, says Ivica Zubac, and the Clippers are back the other way. Oh my! Run the floor, big fella! And the Clippers cut the lead down to 35-20.
But offensive possession here for the Clippers.
Lue. A floater is good for Lou Williams. Speaking of Zubac, keeps it alive, and the Clippers reshuffle the deck. They deal it back to Senior. Corner 3, and he knocks it.
You missed one shot. You missed another. So what? Here you go again. Spot up. Take the shot.
Temple for 3. Oh, dueling banjos in downtown.
To the shot clock. It's under 8 right now. Good defense by the Clippers. That kind of the de facto kind of leader, and sometimes you do need that default veteran player to be a great voice. I would say, you know, a little saucy in his game early on.
8 of his last 11 from above the arc going back to that game in Golden State.
3 or 4 times not able to convert some of those offensive rebounds, but he is battling hard inside.
Valentine with the floaters against the Warriors. George misses short. Long rebound goes back to George.
Yeah, his activity is up. I think it is, you know, in regards to Sue. And then,
so they're still trying to figure it all out.
But, you know, a team like the Clippers is going to be judged a lot differently and harshly just because of the expectations. And well, you figure out where he's at on the court now and take away some of that airspace.
Well, he was 8 of 19 coming into the game. Oh, it's always great to see Chicago shooting 53%, Clippers at 42%. And now Kawhi for the trade. Got it. And the Clippers creep to within.
Finding an open teammate.
4 assists for George in the first half. Levine, a quick trigger. Gets Batum to bite on the seductive minutes for Lou Williams. ISO for Kawhi. Oh, a feathery floater for a 90%. Oh, wait a second. Is that one member to another? I see. Whoa, what a feed by Levine. Respect.
Drawn up out of the timeout by the Clippers. Got the shot you wanted.
Levine. Hands another three.
They compete at a high level.
In the one game they played last year in Chicago, they gave the Clippers all they could handle. In fact, the Bulls won the game as Batum.
8 for 15 from the three-point line.
Levine bounces to Thaddeus Young. And with his strong hand, the first losing streak of the season. They trail by 5. They will trail going into the break. The question is by how much? Levine dashing down the lane, so creative.
More like who you are right now. But again, Billy's Donovan's offense is evolving. It's a beautiful play.
Nice. White loses the handle to Kawhi Leonard. The defense in his rear view, and he flushes it in.
We talked about without foul.
Carter Jr. inside gets a great look at the rim. Kawhi. Late in the clock for Beverly. Steps into a rhythmic three. And Beverly 20 of 42 from distance. Williams to Temple. And again, right on top of the... George late in the clock, posting on the smaller White. Kawhi knocks it in. And Kawhi... Clippers are 4 of 5 to open up. Levine for 3. Again, back to back.
Screen. It's going to take that free look away from Levine.
Ibaka this time. Ibaka.
Yeah, let's see the adjustment. We're going to see that middle pick and roll again with this time Patrick Williams. We get down.
71-64. Mentioned it going to break. The Bulls have hit all 4 of their shots. Clippers are 5 for 6. This is George for 3. They are 6. Levine for 3. I'll tell you what, he is just as quick.
Size at 6'5", just to shoot right over the top.
Leonard, can he retaliate? Yep. He does! Dueling banjos again. Threshold. Levine for 3. Are you kidding me?
Inside.
Back to Pat. Free for 3. Ibaka with the rebound and the putback. Clippers down. Said, way to go, John. Beverly on the prowl, the floater crawls over the front of the rim.
You need some momentum, you know, whether that's a 3 or right there with that runner.
He seems to give you the play that you need whenever you need
that's
it.
True too.
How about
a little early? Tried to cheat the pass and he had to pay for it by Levine. Oh, come on. That time coming up and forcing Zach LaVine to get the ball out to Wendell Carter in the lane, and I love the
7 of 9 from above the arc. Kawhi Leonard has gone berserk. He has 29 overall and 7 threes. Coming out of the timeout, Valentine lays it in, brings the Bulls to within 1. Lob to Leonard from George coming out of the
play that time by the Clippers to see if they can now get a stop down here.
Valentine's retaliating, he does, and we are tied. Young, with his offhand, floats it. Can't put the vice grip on Chicago, but Levine has had a field day. So too has Kawhi Leonard, and they defenders. Good help defense there by Thaddeus Young for Chicago to make the shot difficult for Ibaka. Young runs the floor the other way, and look at the layup there.
Yeah. And I think maybe Serge, too, was thinking that Lou was going to shoot that too easy.
Oh, strong drive
by the Clippers. Easy layups. There we go.
Kennard, corner 3. Book it for Kennard in the... White. Back to Levine. He has 8 threes. Levine has 9. Kawhi going to try to make Levine pay on this side of the floor. Fades. Fires. A repeated effort from Ibaka and Senior into the final frame. Lou was aggressive in the first half. He liked it. He moves to his left in his park place and knocks it in. Day needs to be on this side of the floor. The defense has struggled in the first 10 games. As Garrett Temple knocks of old. The talk with Ty Lue yesterday. Williams knocks down the shot. Strong.
So it's not as difficult as it may seem.
Paul George unloads a 3. Book it for Paul George. Here's Levine. The Clippers out in front by 2. Levine not too shabby from above the arc here this afternoon. He's hit 9 of them and knocks down a little mid-range into defenders. Zubac with the rebound and feeds back outside. Lou to Senior for three. Got it!
That's why, right there.
This afternoon, yet they only lead by 3. Lou with space. Flings the three. 19 threes for the Clippers. Where's the crickets out?
Because when you said it, that's the reason why they didn't miss it.
Yeah.
Because it's not working.
15 for Lou Williams. Clippers by 4. White back the other way. Valentine in the corner for 3. It's good. 7.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense by Lou Williams. And he sends it forward to George with White to beat. Bouncing into defenders and lays it in.
Revenue from the endorsement deals that he may have received.
There'll be no finder's fee for us. Oh, how about the footwork by White getting to the rim?
Much more aggressive off the bounce to look for his opportunities, which bodes well for the Clippers.
Levine gracefully soars in. Temple. Bumped by Senior, counted, and a foul. Leonard backing down on White. Back to Batum, forcing up a 3, counted, and a foul! Lou Williams deflects it, it recovers it. He takes it to the house and lays it in. They go to their cash cow. Leonard, an aggressive drive down the lane, lays it up and in. And Kawhi goes down, grabbing his leg.
Okay.
Fail for the moment. Boy, that did not look good.
No.
But appears to be fine. Levine back the other way, fouled and 1. 49. Levine, who has 42. A step away, contested 3 is good. He has 10 trays. Will the Clippers foul? Levine has 10 threes. Gets a good look. It's in the air. It misses everything with 6.1. We saw Zach Levine do crazy things last year, as I mentioned. Temple will take it to the rim and lay it in. 1/10 of a second. No crazy